our oil being refined outside and shipped back in. They're the ones fighting it. But if we have our own oil here, our own refinery here, we refine our products, we sell to our market and Africa. You know that they don't think like that.
A very warm good morning to you from Laveritatv production this Friday, 23rd January 2026. Thank God it's Friday. I'm Ifoma Ejide, and this is your newspaper review, wrapping up the week with the stories that made headlines and the key developments shaping our nation and the world. From politics to people, business to breaking news, entertainment to in-depth sports game, let's take a look at today's papers and round off the week informed and empowered. On the Nation newspaper, Senate takes steps to fast-track Electoral Act 2022 amendment. On the First Daily newspaper, Soludo draws the line. I can revoke Onitsha main market, turn it into a school, says Soludo. On Nigerian Tribune newspaper, 2027, waiting game persists as Senate delays Electoral Act bill. On Daily Independence newspaper, weak logistics, trade gap puts Nigerians' opportunities at risk. On the Punch newspaper, FG's 9 trillion naira domestic loan surge drains lifeline from businesses. On the Vanguard newspaper, petrol to cost more as crude oil price rises further. Sub-headline, Northern Christian Association of Nigeria, Christian leaders reject call for removal of INEC chair. Over 160 members held by kidnappers in Kaduna and Kogi, says ECWA. That's it on the newspaper headlines. We'll go on a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Our newspaper analysis continues shortly.
One game in 9 states. Adekunle Komolafe Foundation presents table tennis competition for all gender, live in the city of Kano, Kaduna, Niger, Nasarawa, Kwara, Ekiti, Benue, Lagos, and FCT Abuja. Grand finale in Kaduna. Prizes to be won: first place 2 million naira, second place 1 million naira, third place 500,000 naira, and other consolation prizes. Date 9th to 26th of February 2026. For registration, visit www.laveritattvproductions.com. For sponsorship, advert, and partnership, contact the following numbers. Adekunle Komolafe Foundation Table Tennis Competition. Again, you can't miss.
Thank you for joining us again after the break. With me in the studio is Mr. Wisdom West. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ifoma. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
On the Vanguard newspaper, we see that petrol to cost more as crude oil price rises further. Diesel price is just going over the board, and petrol is just remaining constant.
Look, when the president announced that fuel subsidy is gone when he was sworn in, everybody began to panic. But let's look at this thing. Let's step out of the problem and then view it from outside of the system.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Industries build economies. Is that not so?
True.
Now, in a country like Nigeria where power is not stable, most of these industries run on generators, power generators, right? Now, do we need a subsidy on diesel or fuel or PMS for us to see a positive change in our economy? Which do you really think we need subsidy for? Diesel. So, we have been lied to that fuel subsidy was what will help the economy grow. Whereas it's not true. Because check the price that's why the cost of production is high. Because I won't have a factory and I'm spending crazy amounts buying diesel, and then you tell me I should subsidize the cost for you. I will not. Now you are having people shout that petrol price is going up. The power play is too much. And it's because we don't want to ask ourselves, are there other alternative sources of generating revenue for the nation? or we have asked ourselves, we know what they are, like agriculture and other aspects of the economy, but we've refused to do it. Do you know how much India makes from just healthcare? Millions of people fly to India every year for medical checkup. India. India. Now, if the UK is boasting that, or if we know that the UK and US have solid number of Nigerians working in their health sector, let's say they were home and then their expertise is seen here. Do you know what that does for our economy? We don't think like that. So today, the price of fuel goes, it's because everybody's looking at it. Everybody's eyes is in the oil of the Niger Delta. So because of that, we must get into the oil sector, Power plays are happening underneath, under the surface. People are signing deals, people are getting kicked out of deals. A lot is happening. You keep seeing that fluctuation. Because I bet you, who are the people fighting Dangote's refinery? Beyond external investors, Nigerians, politicians, people that they feel it will pay them more to have our oil being refined outside and shipped back in. They're the ones fighting it. But if we have our own oil here, our own refinery here, we refine our products, we sell to our market and Africa. You know that they don't think like that. So the people that are the extreme end suffering are everyday Nigerians, and the government doesn't care. So what? I just hope that come 2027, we will not be talking about a lot of things that saddens the heart. I believe Tinubu will do better, irrespective of whatever his naysayers may feel. I believe he's doing a good job. We should look into petrol. Prices of food, food is getting cheaper. Unlike last Buhari's regime, food is getting cheaper under Tinubu, and we are seeing other sectors where he's trying to make sure that things work.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now, in the northern part of the country, Northern Khan Christian leaders reject call for removal of INEC chair.
They should not remove the INEC chairman. If you leave him there, I support them. Why should they remove him? Let me tell you. I will tell you. You see, this statement is because when Buhari was there, he brought what's that his name, Mahmood, to facilitate his electoral ambition. Did Mahmoud do the job that he was given to Buhari? Yes, he did it. He delivered twice for Buhari. Okay, Jega brought in Buhari, then Mahmoud came in 2019. Now Tinubu is bringing somebody else. The North is shouting that they should be the northern elite. That why Tinubu should change it. We will not change him. I stand with the northern Khan leaders. He should not be changed. The Arewa Elders Forum and Yeti Allah, all of them, they did not say anything when they were flagging Muslim candidates for the presidency. They saw nothing wrong in it. You try it, they will drag you to the ends of the earth. Let that INEC chairman remain there. He will sit and do the job in 2027. And if there is a need, he will be retained. Yes, because it's not an office you are elected into, you are appointed into. So if you do a good job, they will still reappoint you. It's as simple as that.
Thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Wisdom. On the Punch newspaper, federal government 9 trillion naira domestic loan surge drains lifeline from businesses.
Look, my sister, you see.
Domestic borrowing has jumped to 152%.
Banks find it difficult to lend to small businesses. You know why? Because if they lend to the government, it is guaranteed and it is stable. It keeps pushing the interest rate high. It's killing businesses. It's rendering our youth, our graduates unemployed because there are no businesses to employ them. So you are killing the private sector just because you want to satisfy few greedy politicians. Okay, they are borrowing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is the money? Where is the money? The private sector has to go out of the nation and source for external funding, venture capital firms outside in Europe, in the Middle East, or in the United States before they can do something.
Yes.
Right now, the public sector has its core aspect. The private sector also has its core aspects. The core aspects of the banking of the private sector, a huge percentage of their funding came from external investors. So that means external investors control more in our private sector.
Not in Nigeria.
Not Nigerians. Not Nigerians. Opay received a $2 billion funding from a Chinese firm. And look at what it's doing across the board. The same thing with, I believe, Pampay, right? Yeah. What are we doing? Guess what? They will still sign another one. Is 9 trillion naira small money?
No.
They say, we need to pay NYC members, we need to pay civil servants, we need to pay this. For goodness sake, develop other aspects of the economy that can shoulder or cushion this burden. No. They borrow, they steal. They borrow, they waste. They spend and they refuse to be held accountable for that kind of excessive spending.
No transparency.
No transparency. No transparency. A governor comes into an office and then he says, okay, I want to do renovation. Is that what you are elected to do? Is that your focus? You know, we really need to
look at it.
We really need to look at it. So this is killing us. It's killing us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wisdom West. Thank you so much. That's it on the newspaper headline analysis. Hold on for a brief break, and when we return, we'll see what the sports predictions are this morning.
You got what it takes to do it. You got what it takes to do it now. You can make it, you can make it. You can make it, you can make it.
Forget what you're going through. Focus on where you're going to. Forget the numbers of times you fall, look up and you can get up. Foes want you down, Father wants you up. Full of your dream and you gon' make it. Cause life is what you make it, my brother, and we gon' make it. My sister, you a diamond, they can never ever break you. Look up to the sky, let the most high elevate you.
Welcome back on the show. Let's continue with sports predictions. Good morning, Mr. Shugo.
Good morning. Sometimes the game we put all our effort onto research don't turn out as we want. But the ones we just don't put effort comes true. Congratulations to all those who paid our prediction yesterday, as we got 90% accurate predictions yesterday. I'm Shugo Emmanuel Adeyemi, and here is today's predictions. FC Köln versus Wolfsburg. Over 1.5 goals to be scored, both teams to score no. And for Köln to win, you can play home to either win or draw. And for correct score, play home 2-0. For FC Köln to win, we have 2.20 odds. 2.00 odds. For draw, we have 3.75 odds, and for Wolfsburg to win, we have 3.55 odds. Espanyol versus Alaves. On that 3.5 goals to be scored, you can either play Espanyol wins or draw, and for correct score, you can play home 1-0. That is for Espanyol to win, we have 1.97 odds. For draw, we have 3.10 odds, and for Alaves to win, we have 4.55 odds. St. Johnston versus Patrick. Over 1.5 goals to be scored, both teams to score, yes. And for you can play Johnston to win. You can play Johnston win straight. And for correct score, you can play correct. For correct score, home 3-1. For St. Johnston to win, we have 1.90 odds. For X, we have 3.20 odds. And for Patrick to win, we have 4.30 odds. And the last one for today, Bristol City versus Derby County. Over 1.5 goals to be scored, both teams to score, yes. And home wins or draw. Correct score, you can play 3-1 in favor of Bristol City. For Bristol City to win, we have 2.00 odds. For X, we have 3.30 odds. And for Derby County to win, we have 3.85 odds. That's our predictions for today, and see you next week, God willing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shugo Emmanuel.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us in the studio.
Thank you.
And that wraps up our newspaper review for today. Thank you for staying with us on Laveritatv throughout the week. Do have a restful and refreshing weekend. And join us again next week for more headlines and in-depth conversation. To sponsor and advertise your product, call the numbers displayed on your screen. And to donate for the forthcoming Adekunle Komolafe Foundation Table Tennis Competition with a donation fee of 2,000 naira, visit our website at www.laveritattvproductions.com. Tickets are now on sales. Call the number scrolling on your screen to get yours. Thank you for joining us again. Bye. See you next week.